Hey guys, Brian here, and I know you guys kind of probably wanted to see Carlini on video and him talk and explain what's going on, but Carlini thought it'd be best if I just kind of tell everybody the situation and what's going on, and can't blame him. You don't really want you're not in the mood to be videotaped when you're kind of down and out, and so I'm gonna tell you guys what's been going on, what happened, and the timeline and everything, and what's going for next. Obviously, it's been a couple of days. I still can't really believe it. Part of me thinks that I'm still dreaming and it's not really happening. I guess I'm still in some kind of shock, but so what happened was this past Thursday, last Thursday, around the late morning, I look at my phone and um, uh, I see I have a missed call from Carl, and I'm like, that's weird. Carl usually doesn't call on Thursdays, and I see he left a voicemail. So I clicked the voicemail tab, and I don't know if Android phones have this, but iPhones, they transcribe the message, and three words immediately catch my eye: ambulance, emergency room, left leg really messed up, and I'm like, holy crap, what the hell? So I give Carl a call, and I'm like, Carl, what's going on, man? And he tells me that he kind of got in an accident. Car hit him. He's pretty messed up, and he's in the hospital. And I ask him what hospital he's at, and he tells me. So I drop everything, get in the car, and start driving. And finally get there, and go to the emergency room desk and say, hey, I'm looking for my friend. Pulled in a couple hours ago, got hit by a car, and tell them Carl's name, and they call the room and they say, he's undergoing procedure right now. Kind of check back in 15 minutes. So I'm in the waiting room, and I'm like, ooh, I should probably start telling people. I didn't really want to waste time doing that. I just got in my car and started driving. So in those 15 minutes, I start calling up the crew and telling them what's going on, texting everybody, and yeah, they're shocked too, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" I'm like, "I don't really know that much. All I know is that I got hit by a car. I'm just waiting for him." So I go back, and then they call the room, and everything's okay, and they kind of lead me to trauma room 5. And before I go in, I kind of take a deep breath, and because I really don't know what to expect, and I go in, and I see Carl's sister was there first, Carol, and thank you, Carol, for being there for Carl. And Carol says to Carl, "Hey, you have a visitor," and I see Carl, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, guys. It was pretty bad. I mean, there were like his left clavicle, left shoulder. There were a ton of cuts. There's blood on his face. There was blood on the pillow, holding his head. Like it looked like dry blood, but also fresh blood. His left leg was like in a brace, in a cast or something. It looked kind of immobilized, and so I go over to Carl, want to give him a hug, but obviously I can't because he's so messed up. So I grab his hand and his forearm, and he squeezes me. He says, "Hey, Brian." I'm like, "Hey, Carl." You know, and I asked him how he's doing and stuff, and so so he got back from work, and um, he's taking a walk, and and I for exercise for a mile now, and I kind of like, I was like, whoa, you exercising? And it's like, yeah, 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 but kind of joking with him a little bit. But yeah, he the light turned green, and he was kind of crossing the intersection, and sorry, car hits him, and next thing you know, he's in the ambulance with the sirens going off. So all right, I kind of lost my lost my composure there for a sec, so I had to kind of edit that out. So I say, hey Carl, and it says, hey Brian, and then I ask him, hey Carl, what the heck? What's going on? Are you okay? What happened? And he told me that he he got off work, and he was going for a walk. He told me that he walks a mile. I'm like, what? And I acted really surprised. Then he was like, stop, stop. And because Ro was teasing him about exercising, and he was crossing the street. He had the okay sign and the walk sign, so he was walking, and next thing you know, he knows a car was making a left turn and hit him. And next thing he knows, he's in the ambulance with the sirens going off, going to the hospital. So obviously he got knocked out, and he lost consciousness, and then came to the hospital, and they kind of started running a bunch of tests, brain scans, and his left leg is really messed up. Um, yeah, a little bit later on, we saw what was causing the blood behind his head. He had a pretty deep cut on the back of his head, and when the doctor came to look at it, I took a peek, and oh, it's pretty nasty, guys. I mean, it's it you could tell that it was a deep cut because it felt like with every heartbeat you see like a bit of blood gushing out the back of his head. So yeah, it was a pretty nasty cut. They had to uh, numb him and give him staples and stuff. So yeah, yeah, and then I stayed there, and didn't really talk that much. I wanted Carl to rest, and kind of just helped him out a little bit, kept his feet warm. He mentioned that it was kind of cold. Put a blanket on top. Helped him with his leg a bit. He felt his tailbone was a bit hurting, so we put um, the pillow uh, under his leg, and yeah, we put the pillow. Man. And we tried to put the pillow under his other leg. We lifted up the one that was broken a little bit, but he screamed in such pain that, like, so we just stopped doing that. And the boys got back to me, and they're saying what's going on, and I kind of let them know, and they wanted to come that night, but Carol said that probably not a good idea because Carl would need to rest, and this is probably yeah, definitely the right way to go. So yeah, I just basically stayed there with Carl, and And yeah, I mean, he's kind of down and out. Tried to cheer him up a bit, but I mean, what can you do? Just when you get hit by a car, not really your jolly old self. And so I stayed there, and then they were saying like visiting hours are over now, so I had to bounce. So I said, "Hey, Carl, get well. See you soon." And that was Thursday night. So Friday comes, and the boys come, and want to give a big shout out to the boys. Thanks for coming, man. It really, really helps, makes a difference. And I think, let me see, Boston Mike was there, Tony was there, Don was there, Carl's lawyer, Brooklyn Dave was there, Kai was there, and even Caesar, man. And oh, you guys know we love to tease Caesar about that game. And they were all joking around. That was probably Caesar who hit Carlini, and everyone was laughing, and that seemed to perk up Carl a bit there for a sec. And forgot. Oh shit. And let's see, what else? I think Dennis and Danny came to, and Duck. Well, he was the last one to know, but we tried to get a hold of him, but couldn't. And then we told him on Saturday, which was usually when we all come to play together. And then Duck was visited, I think, Carl the next day, and that was cool of him too. So um, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to touch on a bit. Is chess is a beautiful game, and we're all trying to make it mainstream and get people to enjoy the beauty of chess. But I think an unintended benefit of chess is that it forms community. We're all, if you look at the coffee chess crew, different ages, different socioeconomic backgrounds, races, politics, religious beliefs, but it's cool how a game can kind of bring people together and support one another when we're down. So the whole chess community kind of found out about Carl, wishes him well, visited him in the hospital, and it's really nice to see that happen. And I want to give a quick shout out to thank you for Carol, Carl's sister, for being there first, taking care of him, and Don for helping Carl with the legal stuff, and the boys for visiting, and all the people at the hospital, the nurses, doctors, ambulance staff. And in a weird way, I also want to thank the guy that hit Carlini, just only because he stopped and took responsibility for his actions. So in California, a lot of people just hit and run. So at least he stopped. So you guys are probably wondering how you guys can help. And Carl he has a good job and good health insurance. So that should help with his medical bills, and he'd probably get a good settlement too. And if you guys want to show some love and help him out, I asked him, and the boys were saying maybe set up a GoFund page. I asked him about that, and he said no, just use his regular PayPal link that we always use on the channel. So if you guys want to help Carl out, the link is in the video description. And you can also get a shirt to Never Give Up, Never Surrender, which is probably more applicable now more than ever before for Carl. But I thought we could do another thing. I'm going to visit him this Saturday, and I thought you guys could write down in the comments your stories about Carlini, like how you found out about him, what you like about him, how he has positively impacted your life. I'm sure he's inspired a lot of people to play chess as well as kids. And I was reading comments a long time ago, somebody saying that he's kind of in a sad state, depressed, but when he watches Carl play, it's the highlight of his day. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So I think Carl has an idea of the impact he's had on the world, but I don't really think he knows the true impact. So when he reads these comments and stories, that I think that'll really lift him up. He watches coffee chess at home on his laptop. He's not really like a tech guy, so and he doesn't have like unlimited data on his smartphone, so he's been missing the coffee chess videos for a while. So when I come by this Saturday morning to visit him, I will let him read all these comments. So write down your own Carlini story in the comments below, and what you want to tell him. Obviously, get better and all that stuff. And what I also do is kind of create a playlist of my favorite Carlini videos, and I'm not sure how YouTube does it. If I add this video to the playlist, maybe you guys are already in the playlist when you're watching this, but if not, I'll put a link to it in the video description below as well. Some of Carlini's my favorite Carlini games, and I'll throw in a couple losses in there too, just because if I make a Carlini playlist, and it's boring if you assume that if you know he's gonna win every single one, so I'll just throw in some losses there to spice it up. But I mean, the guy's a legend, man. Come on, he's a legend. And you guys have seen him come back from the chessboard when he's down, and I think he will definitely have that same spirit. He's gonna have to have surgery on his left leg, and it's gonna be about 6 weeks to recovery of physical therapy. And it's honestly, I mean, let's face facts. Carl's a big guy, so it's gonna be a lot of work to rehab that leg. So but I think he will come back from it stronger than ever before. He'll never give up, never surrender, and the boys and I will be there for him. And yeah, I mean, we'll save your seat, Carl. We'll keep it warm for you to come back, and we can't wait for you to come back. And on a side note, if any of your friends ever kind of are injured or go to the hospital, take the time to physically go there and visit them, because it really makes a difference. You don't even have to talk; you can just sit by their bed, and it really, really helps. So yeah, just kind of I'm grateful for the kind of community we built around chess, and the Coffee Chess crew. We all kind of came together to help Carl, and I think, even though you guys are not physically near us, I feel like we have like a virtual community with the channel, and I gotta say, like, every Saturday when we meet, the first thing like we all talk about is, hey, did you see the comments on the video about blah blah blah, and then we all start laughing. So you guys make our day as well when you post those really, really funny comments and stuff. So just wanted to let you guys know that you guys impact us too. So all right, thanks for listening to the story, and of course, Carl, we wish you well, man. Come back stronger than ever before. Never give up, never surrender, and we'll be there for you, and we will await your glorious return, Carl, and your inevitable crushing of all of us. So thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you guys later.